Hello, midlifers. It's Maria Allen, your midlife fulfillment coach, and I'm here to strengthen your midlife moxie muscle. The more we strengthen it, the stronger it gets, and the more we can master midlife. So I'm dedicated to helping midlife women be the heroes of their own stories. And I wanted to ask you all a question. When it comes to beauty, is it a priority in your life? When you see something beautiful, whether it's gosh a sunrise or a gorgeous bluebird or any sort of bird that just gets your attention, or a butterfly, or flowers, or anything that captures your attention, do you stop and take a look and just give it the gift of your time and just thank the universe for bringing that beauty into your life? Beauty is so important, and we really, as midlifers, need to make it quite a priority. And one thing that I have tried to do over the years, and I've found that it's really, really helped me, is to make my home a sanctuary. And when I say that, it's to make my home one that's filled with things that I love and filled with things that I feel are beautiful, especially in the rooms that I spend the most time in. And I just wanted to show you real quick my office here. And I spend a lot of time in here around. And let's see, I've got a piece of quartz that I got from Aruba that I think is beautiful. It reminds me of my vacation, and I love the energy that comes from quartz. I have a gardenia here, which has gardenia oil in it that diffuses into the air. There's something about gardenia, about that smell that just blows me away, that just makes me feel calm and centered, and I find it beautiful. I've got some cards here that were given to me that are beautiful from people that I love. And I have this orchid that's been doing really well on my desk that was given to me by my husband. It's been a while now, and it's still thriving, and it still makes me smile every time I see it. It's just beautiful. And it's an example of just the perfection that we find in nature. So let's see what else I have here. I've got my diploma from the Philadelphia College of Osteopathic Medicine, something I'm proud of. It makes me feel accomplished, it makes me feel confident, and I love it. And so when I look up at it, it's something that I just treasure having in my office. This is something that my youngest girl made for me a couple years ago for my birthday. And it's just a collage of memories for me, and it's filled with beautiful words on love and celebrate, and it just makes me feel good looking over at it. This plate came from a relative of mine who was visiting from Cuba. And I look at it, and it just reminds me of, geez, just the heritage that I have and the culture that I come from, and all the different generations that have come before me and have, allowed me to be where I am and do what I do. And it's really pretty. I love the colors in it. As we go around here, I've got more flowers and another picture. I've got some more pictures up here that I just saw them, and something about them I just loved. And so I have them up. I have my frog here who does meditation. And not only does this frog bring a smile to my lips, but he also reminds me to just chill out a little bit when I have those times that I just need to get myself together and take a couple of deep breaths. My frog here reminds me to do that. I have another floral arrangement here. So just some ideas of what I spend my life surrounded by. Now, this fox stole here was passed down to my mom, and my mom passed it down to me, and I just keep it on the back of my chair because I think it's pretty, and it was given to me with love, and it makes me feel special. So that's just a little mini tour of my office sanctuary, which is part of my home sanctuary. There we go. And, we all have bucket lists, and maybe we don't call it a bucket list, but things that we want to accomplish during our next chapter and places we want to go. And I advise you to please, even though you can't get there right now, you can still put a picture up if you want to go to Tuscany, which is one of the places I want to go to. I have a picture of it. And so I can look at it and I can imagine myself there, enjoy the colors and imagine the culture and the food. But surround yourself with things that you'd like to have on your bucket list. I mean, that are on your bucket list that you'd like to accomplish. Not only are you surrounded by that beauty, but it propels you and it motivates you to make that list come true. So, other things that I'd encourage you to do is to listen to music that you find beautiful. So I spend a lot of hours in here, and I have come to realize over the years that picking music that soothes me and calms me, and I just where it's just so pretty and so beautiful, it really helps me to get into a real creative zone, and it calms me and it just makes my day joyful to be surrounded in the music. Oh, one thing I didn't show you was I have a candle that's burning, and it's a gardenia candle, going back to my love of the smell of gardenias. And it's just a tea light, and it was very easy to get. It wasn't that costly. But just having that scent in my office, it just reminds me that I am worthy. It tells me that I'm doing self-care, which is so important. And I just feel special, and I feel the beauty of the scent around me. So uh, don't just have midlifers stuff around you just for the sake of having stuff and for filling spaces. Make room for things that you treasure, things that are beautiful. Because I tell you, we are energy, and the things around us are energy. And I really believe that when we look around us and we see clutter and we see piles of meaningless things, that it drains our energy. And it's just not the space that you want to be into. So take some time, and it's a slow process of just sorting and seeing what fits with you, what fits as part of your sanctuary, and what might be a good fit for somebody else, whether it's Salvation Army or a yard sale or whatever that might be. So make space for beauty. And I truly believe that when we're surrounded by things that we find beautiful, and it doesn't have to be an expensive, process. Art can be expensive, and art can be something out of a magazine or picture or whatever. Just gives you the feeling of being surrounded by a beautiful adventure, whatever that might be. So think about it. Think about making beauty a priority in your life, especially now that we're in midlife and we have spent so much time making things beautiful for other people. It's time for us to do it for ourselves. Surround yourselves with beauty. And remember that if you're ever having a hard time moving forward along your journey to finding your meaning through passion and purpose, to reach out to me and schedule a complimentary 45-minute chat with me, and we'll just see what's going on with you and where we can jumpstart your clarity and move you forward and get you unstuck and start you on your way to enjoying your next chapter. So I always thank you all for the gift of your time. I really appreciate it because I know there are other things you can be doing. I see a couple of people on with me, but I don't see any names, so I can't shout out to you and say hello. But I appreciate your time. So midlifers, it's your turn. Surround yourself with beauty. Indulge yourself in self-care. And I'll be talking to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.